Hello. So I'm Mr. Wilson, and I'll be your teacher this year. I wanted to start off by telling you a little bit about myself so that I'm not such a stranger to you. Now, I'm going to start with the fact that I've got a wife, a rabbit, and 3 dogs. That's our middle dog, Bosco, wearing a little Christmas sweater. He's a beagle. He loves food and is kind of a menace because he brews like beagles do. That's our oldest dog, Honey. She actually climbed up onto the table by herself, and we found her there later. That's her. She's a terrier, and that's the youngest of the group. That's Toko, wearing a cute little green sweater. She's only about 4 years old, and then that's our rabbit, Leroy. And here's all three of the pups together. Now, for about me, for fun, I like to, as hobbies, play video games. Right now, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 again, play Helldivers 2. I've been playing video games since I was young. I started gaming back in the early 90s to give you an idea of how old I am. And I'm also currently doing Supervive, the playtest for that. So games are a big part of my life. I'd be happy to talk about games with you, though I don't really play the modern multiplayer ones very much, like Fortnite. And I really love learning in all the ways you can do it. On YouTube, there's lots of documentary style channels that cover science or do silly things. I like Veritasium, NerdForge, and places like that where you can learn something new every day. Now, I've been a teacher for 6 years at Nova Academy, teaching science, and I really love teaching. And the reason why I have chosen to teach is that I love learning. Like I mentioned, I just love learning new things, new bits of information, the way they connect together, just having the opportunity to really understand the world around me and the people in it. I love science. Of all the things that I learn about science is just so weird and fascinating and cool. The kind of things like in this picture here, where you see these two television hosts of a science show, and he's laying on a bed of nails, which you would normally expect would hurt you if you're on it, and his co-host is breaking a block of concrete with a sledgehammer on his body, and he's not getting hurt. And the last thing is that I want to support my community. This is the house that I grew up in here in Santa Ana, only a couple miles away from the school at Main and McFadden, roughly. Now, my family doesn't live there anymore, so please don't bother those people, whoever they are, today. But that's just a little bit about myself, so you can kind of get a chance to know me a little more, and hopefully start building a relationship with you. Because my goals for us this year, for the students, I want you to learn how to be scientists. Because science is not just for geeks in labs and lab coats. It's not just about um, doing the official science. There's a lot more to it. A lot of these YouTubers are doing science, for example. Learn how to be an engineer, because engineering is not just for super smart people working on tech stuff. Engineering is something that everyone does. Humans do it in their regular life today. They did it 10,000 years ago before we had anything that you usually touch and play around with today. It's about learning how to ask questions and find answers. That's science. And then when you have problems creating solutions, that's engineering. And no matter what you do for the rest of your life, whether it's trying to figure out how to teach your dog to not go to the bathroom where it's not supposed to, whether it's learning how to uh, correctly do the essay that you're required to do for an English assignment, science and engineering principles are going to support you in all those endeavors. And then for me, what I want is to learn how to best support you in the exciting new year, because I've never had you in this class before. I may have never had you as a student before. And so I need to understand how to best support you. And I want to build a relationship with each of you as a mentor and a fan. I want to be someone that you can go to with your questions, that you can expect to help you build up and become the best version of yourself. And I want you to feel like I'm a fan, I'm a cheerleader, I'm on your side. I want you to succeed, and I want us to work together towards that. That's it for this video, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.